This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Today I'm going through 5 awesome things to do in Akihabara. I know this sounds like such a weird gimmicky video, but yeah, I'm in Tokyo. If you guys know, I am currently going to be staying in Japan for 3 whole months. So the first thing I had to do was go to Akihabara. Just so you guys know, I am a terrible cameraman, and yeah, so this is like my first time trying this, so let me know how I did in the comments, and if you want to see some more videos like this, let me know, because it helps me out, and it teaches me what I should be covering while I'm here. So first things first is you're gonna want to get up quite early, and you want to have as much time in Akihabara as possible. So obviously you got to start with a very nice breakfast. So that's why we ended up going to Mr. Donut. So this is basically the Japanese equivalent of like a Dunkin' Donuts, but they have so many fun menu items. I just got a nice simple chocolate donut, and my girlfriend here got a very nice mochi ball donut, and it was super tasty. You can obviously coffee, they have other pastries, and the fun thing about this place is if you come around November, usually they have collaborations, and one of them being with Pokemon. So if you want a very simple, easy breakfast, definitely head over to Mr. Donut. And obviously, you're going to want to walk around Akihabara because there are so many things to look at. There's so many awesome places to visit. If you want figurines, if you want to play crane games, collect cards, collect toys, video games, there's so much to do. And in our case, we were still a little bit hungry, so we ended up hitting our favorite spot to eat, and that is Yakiniku-like. But not before I was bothered by this weird robot that was yelling at me. But yeah, this is Yakiniku-like. Basically, if you've ever had Japanese barbecue in the States or anywhere else, usually it's very fancy, it's very expensive, but in this case, it's quite the opposite because you cook it yourself and you get to order off of this pretty cool tablet, and you get to choose all the different meat options, and also they have different sauces for you to choose, which is really, really tasty. So this is one of our favorite spots that not a lot of people know of, so definitely give it a try if you want to try out different cuts of Japanese meat. We got Wagyu, we got Kobe beef, we also got like short rib, and they're seasoned and it's delicious and it's super, super cheap. I should let you guys know about pricing, and most of the time, all of these things I'm doing on screen are very, very affordable. In the case of Mr. Donut, I think we got 2 donuts and 2 drinks, and it was like less than $8. And in this case, all of this food you see on screen, we got this for around 15 to 20 bucks. It depends on how much you order and what kind of cuts of meat you get, but literally like 15 bucks, super cheap. You get a huge bowl of rice as well, unlimited water. You can get yourself sodas if you want, but my God, this is our favorite place to get some food if we want to get some good old yakiniku. But now that all the shops are open, I should also mention that because shops usually will open around 11 or 12 p.m., we gotta hit some card shops. If you guys know me, I love Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, and we had to check out some card shops because my girlfriend and I also play the actual game. So we like to get card sleeves, decks, and we just see what kind of awesome collectible cards we can find in Japan, and we add them to our personal collection. So if you are nerds like us who collect trading cards, well, this is the place to be. You will find these shops on literally every single corner. And I'm not done yet, because if you don't like trading cards, that's okay, because we're going over to Super Potato, which is a vintage gamer dream. By the way, if you see like flashing strobe lighting, it's because I was filming at the wrong FPS, so my bad, because I'm bad cameraman. But this is Super Potato. It's very, very popular, very famous and iconic. But if you've never heard about it, basically they have every vintage game you can think of, all the way from the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. In this case, it was the Famicom. And you can buy the original cartridges. You can buy original game systems. They even have vintage toys. This place is super awesome. It's a must-go. Honestly, you have to go to this place. If you can do anything on this list, head over to Super Potato, because you will see something from your childhood. Or if you're young, then you will see something from a very long time ago that is just super cool to look at. I mean, this place it's a must go to all the time. So before we go on to the next location, I gotta talk about the sponsor of the video, and that is Squarespace. With Squarespace, guys, you can do amazing things, and one of those things that they have just introduced is their design intelligence. They've combined 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI tech, and they're using that to unlock your strongest creative potential. This lets anyone like myself, like you, to build an awesome personalized website tailored to your unique needs. Like making amazing websites that also include online courses, blogs, videos, and even memberships so you can earn yourself some revenue. You can connect major social and media accounts to your website in just a few clicks with icons, direct links, and embedded feeds. And also, Squarespace payments is super easy to manage with all of it being in one place. So onboarding is super fast and super simple. And not only that, but you can get your websites discovered super fast with integrated SEO tools. So every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with the meta descriptions and all of that. Trust me, Squarespace makes all of it super simple for you guys. I know so many YouTubers that have actually personally used Squarespace to make their very own websites. So guys, what are you waiting for? If you guys want to create your very own website to showcase your online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships, or even more, make sure to head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/AlxAce to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Now, after a little bit of shopping, we decided to do something that is unique to Japan, and that is a collaboration cafe. They do these all the time, and some of these are actually permanent locations. In this case, we went to the Monster Hunter Cafe because my girlfriend and I are huge Monster Hunter fans. So what is this? What is a collab cafe? Basically, it is a cafe, literally, with food items and drinks that are all basically references to the games or anime or whatever you want to visit. And in this case, the entire restaurant is themed around Monster Hunter 2. So you can see on the walls, there's armor, giant swords, and weapons, and it's amazing. And the drinks we got are themed around the actual monsters in the game. So it is super tasty. The food you can get is all themed around the monsters as well. The food you can get is also themed around the monsters, and it is super, super good. And honestly, still a pretty decent price. I think for all of the food we got, it was around $30. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's honestly worth it for the entire experience. I mean, you can just see the entire menu. I'm scrolling through right here. It is expansive. There's so much to go through. So you can literally revisit this cafe so many times, because like this one, it is a permanent location. So it's always going to be here, but some of them are timed. So like, for instance, some are only there for a week or 2 weeks, but in this case, the Monster Hunter one is there permanently. And obviously at number 5, I had to mention it, and that is Crane Games, arcade games. Now, this is an obvious thing, and I have some amazing footage of my good friend Laserbeam here failing, so that's the footage I'm going to use for the background. But Crane Games, definitely worth going to if you guys love just, gambling like I do. Then head over to a Crane Game. You will find Gigos and other arcades pretty much everywhere. And don't be afraid to head over to the top floors, because that's where you'll find actual arcade games like Mario Kart. There's rhythm games and just general other Japanese type games. There's one where you flip a table. It is crazy. But like I said, if you like gambling, you want to get a giant plushie, head over to a Crane Game. And also, don't be afraid to ask the staff for some help, because they'll help you out. Definitely a must do. I'm sure you all knew that already, but I figured I'd include it in my list anyways. But yeah, those are the 5 things that were my go-tos on my first day in Akihabara. Now, like I said, you can do so much more here. There's so many more things to do. For my adult friends, you can go to bars. There's so many really fun, unique style bars. There's, maybe don't go to the maid cafes, because they're usually kind of weird. So maybe don't do those, but maybe I'll do a video on those at some point. But for my friends who love animals, there's animal cafes. There's so much to do that you can spend multiple days in Akihabara. And maybe I'll do a part 2 if you want to see some more. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Which of these have you done before? Which of these do you wish you could do? And I will see you guys in the next video where we go to Universal. So thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.